guys, Heather with FeatherBear Designs. I hope you all can excuse me just a little bit. I've been pretty sick for the week, but I wanted to get on here and do another tutorial for you guys. Everyone was asking for the camo, so we're going to be doing camo today. I will show the glitters that I'm using as I go. I'm going to be using an assortment of glitters. I'm doing a pink camo. So I'm just going to briefly show you really quick, and then as I do each one, I'll show you better. And this is Pink Patrol from Bulk Glitters. I'll be using Raspberry from Recollections, Ebony from Recollections, possibly Bubblegum if I need another pink, and this little gunmetal color from Tulip, this multi one here from Recollections, I'm going to be using that one. Of course, Bling, and then a plain silver. Now I may not be using all of these colors, but once I do the main colors that I want to have on there, if I need an extra spot or something, then I may use one of those other colors. So I'm going to be using dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and I'm going to pour that into a little cup so that I'm not dipping my brush back into my container. And I'm using a paintbrush that it's kind of thin, it's not super thin. You guys can see that. And a 20-ounce, and this is the Mossy Oak tumbler. Okay, so starting right out of the gate, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to start with Raspberry because that's going to be the main color on this cup. Okay, so let's try to make this not super awkward. Okay, what I did when I first did the camo cup is I pulled up my laptop and I typed in pink camo and searched in the images and found an image I liked. Now, looking at that image, I was kind of able to get an idea of where I wanted to place the different pieces, and it didn't translate well the first time that I did it. The first cup that I did that was supposed to be a camo, some of you saw it, it was terrible. So I had to revisit that process thanks to a little inspiration from Nicole, you know who you are. She posted how she had done one of the shapes on the cup, and the light went off in my head. It just made sense all of a sudden. So I'm going to copy that and show you guys onto this cup exactly what I did so that hopefully you can be inspired as well. Okay. I'm just going to get right into it, dipping into my Mod Podge. And this is completely random. I mean, it's camo, so it doesn't have to be any precise shapes or sizes or anything like that. Just start with a shape, just a random blobby shape. Excuse my sniffles, guys. Okay, literally just a Mod Podge blob. And I'm going to do all of the shapes that are going to be in the raspberry color first. So do all my raspberry, then go in with the next color, so on and so forth. The key to this is going to be overlapping and layering your colors. So again, random blob. Just kind of take your paintbrush, and if you need to look at a picture while you're doing this and kind of mimic the shapes, you can, but I've done 4 of these now, so I kind of have an idea of how they need to go. But you can look at a picture of pink camo and follow along. And I will tell you guys, larger is better. I did one with smaller pieces, and I ended up having to use like 10 different colors of glitter so that they weren't all meeting up on each other, and it didn't look as good. So think big. When you're up at the top, I just like to think about what half of one of these little pieces would look like. So just think of it as if the rest of the shape of the camo is up over the cup. glitter. Okay, I'm going to keep going around. I'm going to keep doing the pink and these little blobby pieces. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to finish the pink, and then I'll come back when I'm doing the next color. Okay you guys, I did all of the pink for now. I may end up going back in and doing some more pink, but so you can see, literally it's just random blobby shapes. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Some little ones in there. Some bigger ones. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump all my pink glitter back into the container and then move on to the next color. Okay, so the next color that I think I'm going to put on here is going to be the Pink Patrol from Bulk Glitter. Can you guys see that? I think it might be backwards. It's called Pink Patrol. It's a really pretty hot pink. Excuse me. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to go right over the top. Guys, let me turn here. So right over the top of the middle of one of my other pieces that's there. And then I'm going to draw my shape, my little blobby shape. Right over the top of that. Now something I didn't mention is you guys want to let your first color dry for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes or so, depending on your weather. I tend to not let it dry as long personally because I'm just used to working with it. But if you don't want to smudge it and make a big mess, let it dry. Because if that first layer is dry, then the next one's going to go on so much easier. Okay, so see, I painted right over the middle of that one. That's where the overlapping comes in. It only looks like camo if you overlap. I learned this the hard way. Okay, now this is the first layer. I will have to go back and do a second layer of some of these colors because they are, the brighter colors don't cover as well on the first coat, but that's totally fine by me. You guys can see there's that lighter pink. So I'm going to keep going through. I'm going to pick some spots here. Let's go right here. We're going to go straight through that one. You can see the Mod Podge on there. There's a lot of room for error on this because as you go, if you on your layers, if you don't like the way it looks, then you just go back in and cover it up. It's not a big deal. Okay. Mod Podge and glitter. You see that? Starting to look like camo, right? Okay, same thing. I'm going to go over the cup with the light where I want it, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I went through with the Pink Patrol from Bulk Glitters, like I was showing you, and I just went all the way around, overlapping in a lot of places, overlapping, see here, that I went straight through the middle of that one, because the layers, as you're, see, this is going to need a second coat, so don't worry about that, but as you're going through on these pieces and you're making them, you want to definitely be taking them right through the other pieces. So this one I went right up through it and out. That's what's going to give it that true camo look. You guys can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go in with the silver, because what I intend to do is, since I want majority to be pink, I want to do all the pink first. And then I'm going to go in with the silver and do a few little silver pieces, and then whatever's left I'm just going to fill in with black. Alright. So let's use bling. Okay, so I have my bling from Recollections, my Mod Podge in my little cup, and I'm just gonna go for it. So anywhere that there's a naked spot, I'm just gonna go in and paint a blob. Oh guys, I have a sneeze building, excuse me. Okay. For anyone that was ever curious why I'm always covered in glitter, it's this right here. It goes everywhere. Glitter shower.